Key things you need to know about using a hot tub with an ostomy. This is my hot tub. I went almost 10 months after I received my ostomy before I decided I would try entering my hot tub with my ostomy. Why, you ask yourself, would I wait so long? Well, I had my reasons. Here are my reasons. My ostomy hot tub fears. My biggest fear was that the ostomy bag would come off in the hot tub. I just didn't need to deal with that, I thought. I thought the heat would destroy the wafer's seal and the ostomy bag would come loose. I knew the water would ruin the bag and the wafer I was using. This would cost me another bag. I figured out the cost of another SET, one bag and one wafer, and what the cost in dollars and cents was going to be for me. It would be embarrassing to have to go through the mess it would create. So my trying to use the hot tub would create a mess that I would have to clean up. No thanks, nothing bad happened, so I went ahead and tried it one day, and guess what, it was fine. In this article, you will learn key things you need to know about using a hot tub with an ostomy or ostomy hot tub findings. So, what did happen? Most of my fears were irrational. Bag and wafer change, information on a need-to-know basis. I even did it in day 3 of the 4-day cycle I use when my equipment gets normally changed. I knew I had a good seal with my wafer, and everything was fine. The only thing that happened was that I enjoyed myself. Go figure, other ostomy hot tub findings. My report is, as we heated up the water, around 98 degrees to 102 degrees, pretty warm I think, the seal remained good. No leakage and no sign of anything melting, or the bag, the seal held up fine. The doctor and a couple of nurses had encouraged me to go swimming. It should be fine, they said, and the exercise will be good for you. I wouldn't go swimming because that would be a public confirmation, but my hot tub, I could use that in the privacy of my own home. So what did happen? I got to relax and enjoy the water again. Oh yes, I enjoyed the time with my wife that we hadn't had in some time. The wave action didn't do anything but make my pouch float around in the water. At first, it was embarrassing, but my wife wasn't bothered by it. The conversation, relaxing and time were more important. My hot tub. I did notice the warm water did take a little bit of life out of the wafer and pouch, but it didn't cause a need that same day to change the set then. Probably a great idea to do the hot tub in either day 3 or 4 of the equipment change cycle. Most of my fears were irrational. In looking back on my first experiences of using my hot tub after receiving an ostomy, I realized that most of my fears were unfounded. The worst that has happened was that I needed to change out my bag and wafer a day earlier because they were getting that used look, looking rattier, quicker than they would have without using the hot tub. I realized that most of my fears concerning my ostomy were unfounded in the midst of the lack of knowledge about the truth of having an ostomy. There is freedom in being armed with good information. I had blown it up to unrealistic things happening, and they were 95% bad. So yes, it didn't happen, but what did happen we can take a look at. Bag and wafer change, information on a need-to-know basis. It is important for you that you would know about this, the cycle. The date when you are scheduled for changing the ostomy bag. This will allow you better control and better cost efficiency of using the ostomy supplies. So this is something I wanted to give you a heads up on. You can read about the 2 subjects on my other posts titled, Who Pays for Ostomy Supplies, and Let's Discuss When to Change an Ostomy Bag.